Imagine finding a VHS tape on the side of a deserted road, its label scratched and faded. You pop it into an old player, expecting nothing but static, only to hear the gleeful voices of two teenagers as they set a house ablaze, laughing while flames devour everything. This isn't a horror movie, it's real. In 1988, a chilling crime in Redwood City, California, shocked the nation when a mysterious tape revealed a horrifying act of arson. Who were these teens? Why did they record their crime? And what dark secrets did that tape hold? Today we're diving into the unsettling case of the creepy arson tape. A story so twisted it'll leave you questioning everything. Stick around, because this one's gonna burn into your memory. On the night of December 9th, 1988, the quiet suburban streets of Redwood City, California, were lit up by an inferno. A house on the 700 block of Gordon Avenue was engulfed in flames, the blaze so intense it sent neighbors scrambling into the cold night air. Firefighters battled the fire for hours, but the house was reduced to a smoldering ruin. No one was hurt, thankfully. The home was vacant, but the destruction was total. At first, investigators thought it was a tragic accident. Maybe a gas leak, maybe faulty wiring. But then, a chilling discovery turned the case upside down. A local resident walking along a rural road miles from the scene stumbled across a discarded VHS tape. Curious, they took it home and played it. And what they saw sent them straight to the police. The tape was grainy, shot on a cheap camcorder, but its contents were crystal clear. Two teenage boys, later identified as 16-year-old Jason Allen and 17-year-old Douglas White, were filming themselves as they poured gasoline around the house. Their voices, eerily calm and even gleeful, narrated their crime. "This is gonna be epic," one says, laughing as he strikes a match. The camera pans across the house, capturing flames licking up the walls, windows shattering, and smoke billowing into the night sky. It was a confession, captured on tape, as if they wanted the world to see their destruction. But why? Why burn a random house, and why record it? The tape was unlike anything the Redwood City police had ever seen. It wasn't just evidence, it was a window into something deeply disturbing. Jason and Douglas, both high school students from seemingly normal families, didn't just commit arson, they celebrated it. Their laughter on the tape, described by investigators as almost demonic, sent chills down the spines of everyone who heard it. The video was raw, unedited, and about 10 minutes long. It showed the boys sneaking through the vacant house, splashing gasoline from a red canister, and joking about how no one would ever know. At one point, Jason turns the camera on himself, his face illuminated by the growing flames, and says, "This is our mark." The footage ends abruptly as the fire grows too intense, with the boys running into the night, their laughter echoing. The tape was handed over to the authorities, but the case stalled. The boys had been careful. No fingerprints, no witnesses, and the house was too damaged for clear forensic evidence. The police had the tape, but they didn't know who the culprits were. That is, until a stroke of luck changed everything. In 1989, the case was featured on Unsolved Mysteries, a hit TV show that aired the audio from the tape, with visuals blurred for legal reasons. The boys' voices were instantly recognizable to someone watching, a former classmate who tipped off the police. Jason Allen and Douglas White were arrested within days of the Unsolved Mysteries broadcast. They were local teens known for minor trouble, skipping school, petty vandalism, but nothing on this scale. Friends described them as thrill seekers, obsessed with pushing boundaries. Some whispered about darker influences, heavy metal music, rumored ties to satanic groups, or even a pact to make a name for themselves. During questioning, the boys were defiant. They admitted to the arson, claiming it was a prank gone wrong. The vacant house, they said, was just a target of opportunity. No one was supposed to get hurt. But the tape told a different story. Their laughter, their careful planning, the way they filmed every moment. It wasn't a prank. It was deliberate, almost ritualistic. Investigators dug deeper. They found sketches in Jason's notebook of burning buildings, alongside cryptic phrases like, "Fire is power." Douglas had a history of fascination with explosives, once nearly blowing up his garage with homemade fireworks. But the biggest question remained, why record it? Some theorized they wanted to sell the tape on the underground market for snuff videos, a disturbing trend in the late 80s. Others believed they were inspired by movies like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, wanting to create In 1990, Jason and Douglas were tried as juveniles. A decision that sparked outrage among Redwood City residents. They were convicted of arson and sentenced to a juvenile detention center, serving just a few years before being released. The light punishment fueled speculation of a cover-up. Some believed the boys' families, who were well-connected locally, pulled strings to soften the consequences. The tape itself remains locked away in evidence, never fully released to the public due to its disturbing nature. But those who've heard it, investigators, prosecutors, say it's the kind of thing that sticks with you, the kind of laughter you can't unhear. And then there's the lingering mystery. Was this really a one-off crime? Locals reported other suspicious fires in the area around the same time, never definitively linked to the boys. Some online forums, like those on Reddit in 2023, speculate that Jason and Douglas may have been a part of a larger group, possibly experimenting with darker, more dangerous acts. A 2024 X post from a true crime enthusiast claimed a retired detective hinted at missing pieces in the case, though no official records confirm this. Decades later, the creepy arson tape remains a chilling footnote in true crime history. The house on Gordon Avenue was never rebuilt, its lot left empty, a silent scar in Redwood City. Jason and Douglas faded into obscurity after their release, their whereabouts unknown. Some say they changed their names, living quiet lives. Others believe they're still out there, carrying the same darkness that fueled that fateful night. The tape itself has become a legend, a forbidden artifact whispered about in true crime circles. Bootleg copies are rumored to circulate on the dark web, though no verified copies have surfaced. The case has inspired countless Reddit threads, TikTok theories. What drove these teens to commit such a brazen act? Was it a thirst for infamy, a twisted rebellion, or something darker we'll never fully understand? And what about that tape? Why leave it behind, like a calling card for their crime? The creepy arson tape is a reminder that sometimes the most terrifying monsters aren't in movies. They're real people hiding behind laughter and a camera lens. This case leaves us with more questions than answers, and that's what makes it so haunting. What do you think drove Jason and Douglas? Was it a prank, a cry for attention, or something far more sinister? Drop your theories in the comments. I read every single one. And if this story gave you chills, smash that like button and hit subscribe for more true crime mysteries that'll keep you up at night. Because some tapes you can't unsee.